Hi guys, Bomber here. Welcome back to the channel, and today we're gonna do another meta breaker. It's a series where I take a card or a deck which is not in the meta yet, and then I try to take it into the meta. So if you don't know already, there was a new card released, which is the STARFALL REQUIEM, and so as said, this card was not in the meta, and now I'll try to make it meta. So, the deck we'll be using is this one, and before checking all the single cards in the deck, I want to talk a bit about the new card. And I found out that this card is not a proactive card, in the sense that you don't want to play it because it's your plan, but instead it's a reactive card. So you want to play this card in response to something your opponent did. And in particular, I find it very useful for when, example, your opponent has a lot of interceptors, or obviously pretty much the cards that this card counters, for example the idols. So when your opponent plays those cards, you want to answer them with the STARFALL REQUIEM, or as said, if you have a bit of magic in your resource stockpile and you want to go for a kill, but your opponent has some interceptors or whatever, you can play the STARFALL REQUIEM to clear all of them stuff and then kill your opponent. And for that reason, as I said, you have to have a bit of magic in the resource stockpile. And for that reason, I found Raktaban as the best hero to stockpile those resources by spamming his incantations and gaining magic and stuff. So the rest of the deck is a rush deck, because as I said, I want to as fast as possible grab all my Zamzigar, for example, or resources like, for example, magic with the build veils and stuff, and then clear my opponent's board and go for the kill. So looking at the cards, we obviously run the shell for pretty much any Raktaban deck, which is Behold the Veil and Cantillation. Also, I run a Song of Spring as an incantation, but I want to talk about it later in combo with the STARFALL REQUIEM. So I also run a Banishing Gust just to remove some cards from my opponent's bank, for example, if he runs a Seduce or whatever. But probably also a second Behold the Veil could work just fine. Then I also run a Blood Pact to charge my STARFALL REQUIEM and other cards more quickly. Also a Merchant of Time, because it's so good to get an extra turn when you know that the next turn you will win, for example with Zamzigars, or more of that later with the combo of with the Song of Spring. So Zamzigar is obvious, you want to start it with the first turn and play it to just start the aggression going. Also a Veil Warden, probably on the second turn, to protect the Zamzigar and also yourself. It's always a very good interceptor, the Veil Warden. Then a Twilight Peacock, because we are pretty much spending a lot of health to do all our stuff, for example the first turn Zamzigar or charging things up with the Blood Pact. So also the Twilight Peacock is a nice addition to if the game doesn't finish as soon as we wanted, and our opponent could kill us in some turns later, then the Twilight Peacock is a good tool to recover from a game which went too long. And that's it for the deck. Then I want to talk about the STARFALL REQUIEM. As I said, it's more of a reactive card, so you want to play it in response to something your opponent did. So for example, against idols or usuries or whatever cards which is bad for you if your opponent has it on the board, then obviously is a board clear. So for example, as I said, if you want to go for the kill and you have a lot of magic but he has a lot of interceptors, you can clear his board with the STARFALL REQUIEM. But also it has a combo and so a proactive use for this card, which is the Song of Spring. So you want to grab the Song of Spring as soon as possible, then let it charge up. You can speed it up with Cantillation or Blood Pact or whatever. Then the best combo possible with the Song of Spring is to go Song of Spring, then Merchant of Time, so that will guarantee you that your flowers get the magic out of them, and then STARFALL REQUIEM on your board, so you gain double the magic per flower you had on the board, and this is pretty much most of the times a finisher. So definitely a pretty strong move and a combo which is very worth doing. So I found that the STARFALL REQUIEM is very good because, as I said, it's a way to react to your opponent, but it has also this combo potential, which is pretty nice. So, in this match we're up against Greta, and she does run a Seduce, so that will be pretty a counter for our strategy. We probably want to go for a banishing gust just to remove those cards which are really are counter to our strategy. So we probably want to go for a STARFALL REQUIEM, just in case that we will start to charge it up for when we will need it. It probably seems to be an ally deck, so we definitely will be aiming. We will need to play the STARFALL REQUIEM. So probably I want to still keep the Banishing Gust in hand, as currently we don't have the Zanzibar, which we will need to remove the Seduce for. But still we are pretty much lowering our draw count every time, so that's not the best way to go. Probably I want to go for a Blood Pact and remove all of this stuff right now, since this will really slow him down a bit, and that will help us to draw stuff and have a better economy. So right now still we probably want to go for a Twilight Peacock and just start to charge it up. Also remove the Seduce while we are at it. And probably I want to go for a Will Warden already and start to heal from now on. And hopefully charge the Twilight Peacock with the Blood Pact. And again, I did get the Banishing Gust to remove another time his Seduces or his Tavern Wenches. But probably next turn he will obviously use the Tavern Wench plus the Stratagem. Probably he does not have the economy to do that, so we are still fine. Yes, he is one off to do the combo. So that's nice. So we want to keep the Banishing Gust for the Tavern Wench, so might as well just remove her right now. Obviously the Zanzibar is very nice, so we want to do to charge it and starting to remove his bodyguards. Right now we are a bit weak against Seduces and Tavern Wenches, but we can hopefully remove the Tavern Wenches with the Banishing Gust or whatever. So he does not go for a Tavern Wench, which is a pretty interesting choice. So right now probably go for a Cantillation to just speed up the charging process of those two incantations, which are really decreasing our draw potential every turn. So right now we have a Banishing Gust, and probably I will remove the Tavern Wench, as really this is the most threatening card from our opponent. And also I want to wait for the Blood Pact, because it may give the charges to the Twilight Peacock, and also we have only 2 charges to give, and so let's just wait for the STARFALL REQUIEM to charge itself by itself. So a very strong move for us, because this will remove the Hemlock from him. He does have a Seduce, but will probably STARFALL REQUIEM anyway, so we are safe from our stuff getting Seduced, and might as well go for a Song of Spring, which is much stronger against the Seduces and stuff, because a flower is not as much valuable as a Veil Warden or whatever. So let's just go for a Build the Veil, just to gain some good magic. And then I don't think we are in a lethal range, so might as well just pass. The problem with this deck is once you go for some Banishing Gusts and STARFALL REQUIEMs, your end will be pretty clogged up with them, but that's fine. So right now I'm probably thinking about going for a Song of Spring and a Merchant of Time, but probably this is still not a good value for us. So, but still, we really can't do anything else, so I may think that this is the best move, as this will also make us remove the Banishing Gust from our end next turn. We probably want to remove the stratagem. As I say, the Seduce is not as strong right now because we went for Song of Springs instead. So I want to heal because we are pretty much risking a lot, and other than that we are pretty safe, so let's just pass. Right now we really need to reroll the Twilight Peacocks to heal and then pay for our cards to be charged and stuff. So probably I want to play STARFALL Requiem, so probably next turn still, so just wait. The Cut Purse is stealing only for 1, so that's really not a big deal. So let's just heal another time and just pass. So we did get the Twilight Peacock, by the way, so next turn we can start to heal. So it does keep the Hemlock, but even if he plays it next turn we can Banishing Gust it. So obviously we want to go for a STARFALL Requiem, and Banishing Gust is Hemlock as well. So we are at 11, so you see that the STARFALL Requiem will act like a finisher, probably, in this game. Also, might as well go for a Cantillation and remove probably his stratagem, as really I don't want him to take any more turns. And then also, probably the Song of Spring is not as strong right now, but really I want to have something to do next turn, even if we probably will draw all coins, which we did. It's important to have something else to do. So right now I don't want to go for a Wave Warden because he has a Seduce, and this will pretty much be a good game if he gets it. So I'll just be waiting, and there is no point in getting another STARFALL Requiem. So again, just wait. So right now we are pretty close to lethal. He did remove his Seduce from his bank, so we can safely go for a Wave Warden. Let's also go for a Song of Spring, and I might as well go for a STARFALL Requiem, and next turn this will be our finisher if anything else fails. So probably let's just charge it up right now while we can, and then just heal because we are a pretty low amount of health. So 5 may be enough, so let's just see. Also, I did forgot that he had an Hemlock, so if I did not heal, that would be GG. So right now I think that's lethal, with the amount of allies we have from the STARFALL Requiem. So let's just play it, and that's GG. That was a misplay. So, this time we're up against a Bubbles for what seems to be an idle deck. The hint is from the Earthing Stones. Let's just start with a Behold the Veil, and we don't have the right cards to start off. Might as well go for a STARFALL Requiem while we can, and probably it will be used later on. Also, we are against an idle deck, so definitely the STARFALL Requiem is very good against them. So let's just charge the STARFALL Requiem a bit, and also probably kill the Herald of Ghosts, just because I want to the Conjured Target and the Berserkers to stay on the field. Might as well go for a Twilight Peacock, just to heal later on, we probably need that. So right now I don't want Steel to remove his idols, but you can see that our opponent is playing against the STARFALL Requiem because she did not play the Herald of Ghosts. She's waiting for a big turn, so let's just wait for that and just punish her when she does get the idols or the allies that she wants. So right now she goes for the allies, so we can go for the STARFALL Requiem. Probably want to go for a Song of Spring, and we do have the combo with the Merchant of Time and the STARFALL Requiem if we draw it. So just keep the Cantillation and the Song of Spring, both of them. We just need the Merchant of Time, the STARFALL Requiem from our deck. If we don't get it, we will probably go for the STARFALL Requiem we have in the bank. So still she can't do anything real with his idols, so let's just wait another turn. Let's see if we draw the STARFALL Requiem. If not, we will go for the one in the bank.
So as I said, let's just go for the STARFALL REQUIEM in the bank. First, let's just play the Song of Spring. Actually, probably we can get some charges on it. Let's see. We are safe if the Bloodbath misses, because the Cantillation will give 4 charges to the STARFALL REQUIEM, so we are safe. The last one goes to the Twilight Peacock, so let's just play the Song of Spring first, then the Cantillation to just charge the STARFALL REQUIEM, and as I said, then we will have another turn, so the STARFALL REQUIEM will definitely go to 4 charges. And from all that magic and also the STARFALL REQUIEM, we are 1 of lethal. So that's really unlucky for us. I should have gone for a Zamzigar, probably. But that's fine, we will just get the win sometime soon. So probably want to go for a Zamzigar, just to put a bit of pressure on him. Let's just heal a bit, just to be safe. Probably want to go for another Merchant of Time, as really an extra turn for just 4 health and some gold is really worth it. Probably want to shield myself and the Zamzigar with a Will Warden, just another time to be safe. So at this point the 2 STARFALL REQUIEM are a bit of slowing us down, but that's fine. That's only a matter of time. So let's go another time for a Merchant of Time. And since we are, it will cost only one health, let's just go for it another time. Then let's just heal just to be safe. So now we will have an extra turn, and probably next turn it will be lethal with also the additional magic from the STARFALL REQUIEMs. So that's GG.
So, that's it for this video. Hope you liked it and find it useful. Be sure to leave down below a comment to let me know what you want to see in the next videos, and as always, see ya!